Hey friends, and welcome to Mountain Beaches. I'm Norm, and I am so glad that you joined us today as I am going to be reviewing this KBO Breeze e-bike. This e-bike was sent to me by KBO Bikes in return for a review, but we always do honest reviews and we hold nothing back. This bike comes standard as you see it. It has front shock absorbers, it has the control panel, it has an awesome Samsung battery, it has the bike rack, heavy duty kickstand which has been awesome, a 500 watt motor, nice comfortable hand grips, and a throttle style accelerator along with Shimano 7-speed gears. Now let's get into some of the things that I love about this bike. Number one, it is just amazingly comfortable. With the front shock absorbers taking a lot of the bumps out of your ride. The saddle it's okay, it's decently comfortable. The size, I like the size. It fits me just perfectly. I'm over 6 feet tall, but it also is designed from about 5'4" to someone that maybe is 6'4". It's not too heavy. I believe it's like 61 pounds, including the battery. It is designed as a commuter bike, but that's not my lifestyle. I don't live in a city. It kind of reminds me of my hybrid bike that I have back at home. And that's how I've been using it since I received this to test. I've been riding it both in town, on pavement, but I've also been riding it here in Quartzsite, Arizona, out in the desert, on the rock, on the gravel roads. This bike has very good acceleration. Right now I am in 6th gear on the Shimano gear and pedal assist 1, and I'm doing 11 miles an hour. And this has held up amazingly. It is an extremely comfortable ride, even in that environment. I figure if it can survive that type of ride, then it's going to be a great ride on the pavement. It also comes with a front headlight and a rear light, and the thing that I love about this rear light, it operates as a brake light. When you put on the brakes, either brake, it will illuminate, and just like in a car. Some things you should know: when this bike is shipped to you, it'll come in a standard bike size box, and it requires a little bit of assembly. You'll need to assemble and put on the handlebars. Well, you don't assemble the handlebars, you just attach them. It's pretty easy. Assembly takes maybe 15 to 30 minutes. The front wheel needs to be attached. The front fender and light needs to be attached. The pedals need to be attached. Other than that, everything it comes with is pre-assembled. Now, one thing I discovered during assembly is the front fender is very finicky, and unless you get it just right, it will rub. I've talked to KBO about that, and they have assured me that they already have a fix in the works for that, and so probably by the time you order yours, it'll have that fixed. They say assembly takes 15 minutes. For me, it took a little bit longer, but it wasn't difficult at all. The other thing that it comes with all the tools that you need to assemble this. So that's a big thumbs up and a plus in my book. The tires on this bicycle are 27.5 inches by 2.4. They're not a thin road bike, but they're not the fat tire like we have on our electric XPs. And if you've been following our channel, you know that Kim and I have had electric XPs for a couple of years now. We love those bikes, but I gotta tell you, this bike is more comfortable to ride. It fits my body better, and Kim prefers it as well. And I think one of the main reasons are the shock absorbers. It comes standard with front and rear mechanical disc brakes. They have ample stopping power. Another thing that I like about this bike is that it has some get up and go. It outperformed our electric XPs. Kim and I did a side-by-side speed test, going at a very slow speed and then using throttle only, and the KBO accelerated much more rapidly. It has a 500 watt motor, but that's just in standard mode. It'll peak out at 800 watts and it'll get you up and going really quickly. It'll last about 50-55 miles on one single charge. It comes with a high-speed charger, and recharging this bike only takes a few hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours. So that's another big plus. All in all, KBO is relatively new to the electric bike market. This bike costs $1,399, which is pretty inexpensive for electric bikes. They're new to the market, but they have come out with a winner, in my opinion. This bike is a fantastic bike. It comes in 2 color options. All black, the matte black that you see right here, and also an orange. They also have recently come out with a step-through model, make it a little bit easier for someone that's shorter to get on this bike. And right now that bike comes in white with black accents. Things like the fenders are black. It's a good looking bike. I have not personally seen one, but from what I've seen online, it looks really nice. That bike is also $1,399. It's the same, basically the same bike. It has a computer control up here with 5 levels of pedal assist, which will bring you up to approximately 22 miles per hour. And for me, that's more than fast enough. Personally, I don't want to go any faster on a bicycle. And most of the time, I tend to ride this thing in first or second gear pedal assist. First, I find while I'm pedaling at a normal rate, gets me about 10 miles an hour. Pedal assist mode 2 takes me up to 13, and then it kind of just steps up from there up to the 22 miles an hour maximum speed. This is a very, very comfortable ride. I highly recommend it. But let's test it out and show you what it looks like riding the bike. Very smooth ride. All right, I'm going to try it from a dead stop, throttle only. All right, that got me up to a constant speed of 22.5 miles per hour. Throttle only. Pretty good speed. This bike has a lot of get up and go, and it's very comfortable to ride. I'm very pleased with it. All right, this time I'm going to put it in pedal assist mode 5, and I'm going to pedal as hard as I can. Let's see how fast this thing can go. We're on about as level of ground as we can find anywhere, so this ought to be a good test. Go, go, go. 24.5 miles per hour. That's what I could get it to. You could probably go faster. So for this next segment, I'm going to have my able body assistant Kim help us out. She is 5'5", 5.
Somewhere in there.
And,
bunch winking.
And so we're going to show you that this bike works for 5'4" to 6'4". And what do you think? You've ridden it a little bit?
I have ridden it. I rode it out on the bumpy road out in Quartzsite where we're camping, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the suspension in the front. It feels more like my regular bike at home, and I have just absolutely loved it. I would love to try a step through. That's my only drawback.
So the seat is adjustable. We've lowered the seat, and give it. I was going to ask you, lift it.
Oh,
how heavy is it for you to lift?
I can lift it. I mean, it's heavy, but I can lift it.
Okay, well, let's give it a test.
Okay.
Show this bike off. There you go. It adjusts perfectly for Kim's height. Just by lowering the seat, the handlebars are still in a good position for her.
Still the same. Still love it. It's just smooth. Easy to ride. The controls are easy to manage. It's just a great bike.
And the way you turn that headlight on is you hold down the plus key here on the control panel and hold it down for 3 seconds, and the headlight and the tail light will go on.
Oh.
But let's also show them the brake lights.
Can you see them?
All right. Second gear, 13 miles an hour. One thing I forgot to tell you is this bike also comes pre-assembled with a bell. Perfect for when you're riding on a bike path like this and you need to let someone know that you're coming from behind. Go up to third gear. And now in seventh gear on the Shimano, and just normal pedaling, I'm doing 17.7 miles per hour. And let's try fourth. Again, still just normal pedaling. I'm not exerting myself. We're up to 20. 21.7. And fifth gear. Fifth pedal assist mode. 22.5. 23. Normal pedaling on my part. These shock absorbers are amazing. I love them. I love the ride that it gives to the bike. The handlebars are positioned perfectly for me. And I love the palm rests. They're made out of a leather or maybe a imitation leather. Either way, they're nice, they're comfortable, they have a good look to them. The control panel here on the left side of the handlebar, easy to read, easy to use. One thing that I wish that it had was the odometer only shows in kilometers. I gotta tell you, I am very, very excited with this bike. The quality seems impeccable. You know, I've only had it a few weeks, so I can't speak to the longevity of it, but so far I am thoroughly impressed. It is a very comfortable ride. The battery is amazing, Samsung. And the thing about that battery is it is a 16 amp hour, where a lot of other e-bikes only provide 14 or even less. It's just a fun bike to ride. It's easy to ride. For you RVers out there that are looking for an e-bike, you might want to consider this one. At $13.99, it's priced right, and it's a good bike. E-bikes are kind of the thing right now for RVers. It allows you to get around your campground or into town maybe without having to take your vehicle. They're a great second mode of transportation for exercise, and they're a lot of fun. You see a lot of groups out on their e-bikes for an activity. E-bikes are the way to go. We are firm believers. We've had e-bikes for almost 2 years now. This particular one just for a few weeks. What else can I tell you? Let me know in the comments below what questions you might have about this particular bike, and I'll do my best to answer it. And if I don't know, I will contact KBO and I will ask them and try and get you an answer. I'll also put a link below to their website. You can buy directly from them. That's how they get the price so low. They avoid the middleman, they sell direct, and shipping is free.